Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back and I'm going to be back a bit more frequently because Meghan and Harry are getting quite active, aren't they? Allegedly, Meghan Markle, well this is not allegedly, but Meghan Markle is desperate for money. This is what I personally believe, but allegedly she's desperate for this book to be published as soon as possible because she wants her public image to be cleaned up. She wants to remove this diva-like image and persona that we all have of her, this perception that the world has of her, which essentially, in my personal opinion, is true. She can't really take back shoving her coat to the left and to the right to show off about her baby bump. She can't really hide the fact that she was barging in front of Harry towards the latter part of them being senior royals. She can't hide these diva-ish things. She can't cover up the way in which she hasn't made an effort to really make amends with her dad. But she believes that this book is the key to her freedom. This book is the key to revealing that we're all wrong. She's right. And a lot of people, like I said, I think Sue Blackhurst calls her a narcissist. Murky Meg calls her a narcissist. They refer to her as a narcissist. And a lot of people online are saying this. This is public opinion. And it does come across as very narcissistic to point the finger at the world and say, you guys are all wrong and I'm right. Anyway, so she wants it released as soon as possible. Now, my personal viewpoint on this is that she needs the money. I think that Meghan and Harry have actually been cut off. I don't think that they can publicly say that they've been cut off, but I do think they've been cut off and I do think they're having a rough time and I do think that they are weathering the storm and they think they're going to come out the other side of this whole pandemic with the win in hand. I think that they're really struggling. The reason why I say this is because if you refer to my previous video that I published yesterday or today, I can't remember, I was talking about the way in which they have all of that tarp across the front fencing of this beautiful mansion that Tyler Perry's been generous to lend to them. And I just personally feel like, why would two such high profile people put themselves through such media intrusion? Why wouldn't they just get a condo that has a strong concierge service and a strong security presence? Why would they put themselves through this? Because it just looks awful. It looks hideous in Hollywood Hills. Now, my understanding is that Beverly Ridge is where they are. The compound that they actually are stationed in is very, very extremely beautiful. But how much of that beauty can they really see and enjoy with the way they've got it all set up? So it says here, Meghan Markle wants biography released now to set records straight and show they had no choice but to quit as royals. So the book is due to be released on August the 11th, but a friend told the Daily Mail if Meghan had it her way, the book would be released tomorrow instead of 3 months from now. And that's kind of very... Listen, if Meghan Markle really wants to clear up her public persona, really wants to strip away that diva-like, negative, self-centered, me again persona, she could literally just do a Skype call. I mean, everyone's online now. We would all see it. It would go viral within 2 minutes. She can literally just have a conversation talking about why she felt she had to leave, how she felt that UK life wasn't for her, how she felt senior royal life wasn't for her, and they could clear up this mess, her and Harry, and even hash it out with her dad. I think that would do a lot more for her than asking for £20, which is, I think, according to my calculations, at least $29 for a book. And that's a pretty expensive book. And I know, obviously, no one wants to work for free or do things for free. But if they're going to do it under the guise of, we want to sort out our public image, we want to make ourselves look good, they would do this for free. Your reputation is dangling by a thread. But I don't think she gives a damn about her reputation, to be honest. And I don't think Harry really cares about what we think about him. What they really care about is the money. Now, it has been released everywhere across the newspapers, British media, that this book has gone into a top bestseller position. So we know they released it out for pre-order, and that's obviously to gauge the demand. And I think that it would have been a cancelled publication if they hadn't have seen a good revenue return on actually doing it. So they're going to go ahead and do this book. I think even putting it out on pre-order is kind of very tacky and desperate, very much, oh my god, we need the money now. I don't understand exactly how Amazon's pre-order system works, but I think that they can access the money before the book's actually really delivered. So this is what they're now using to survive on. I don't think Meghan and Harry are thriving in any means means. That's why I think when he popped up online the other day, he used them very words, because they are literally surviving now. I think the chicken has come home to roost. I do think Charles put his foot down. So the friend carried on to say, Meghan desperately wants to shatter this image of being a demanding diva who was rude to royal staff and others on her quest for fame and power. We know that she's on a quest for fame and power and the Hollywood Hills and the Hollywood A-lister life, which she clearly does not have right now. But she has the fame, but fame is no good if you can't cash in on it. Then the friend went on to say, the book will help give her and Harry a clean slate. Meghan seems to think that the readers will finally understand the monumental anguish and turmoil she has had to endure with the stiff upper lip. Well, boo-hoo-hoo. The stiff upper lip that provides you a lifestyle of private planes, staying in $18 million mansions, having a 15-bedroom home, having 12 bathrooms, talking to people like Beyonce and Jay-Z, talking to people like the CEO of Disney, going to the best highbrow events, eating organic kale smoothies, eating organic, having salt flown in from the Himalayas. It's so hard. People does Meghan, and do they realize that people are going without food? Do they realize that people are literally surviving on the good charity and goodwill of food banks across the world? Do they realize that people in the third world are really suffering? Like, so many people are going through it, and I don't want to go into that because I don't want this video to be a woe befalls me type of situation, but they need to really look outside of themselves. There's a global situation going on right now. We all know what that is, and they are all about themselves. We do not care about what you think or what you think we think. We care about what you're doing. As I said from the very beginning of this crisis, the celebrities who are actually taking a stand to help out during this difficult time in need, Sophie of Wessex, she is taking a stand. She's being active. She's doing things. She's actually visiting the National Health Service. She's actually packing food parcels for people. She's doing things. Kate is talking to mothers on maternity wards across the Commonwealth, not just the UK, across the globe. She's not sitting there hiding behind her child saying, oh, I have 3 children, I'm too busy. Meghan is hiding behind Archie. She's saying that they done this for his good, greater protection, and etc. La-di-da-di-da. Just don't believe it. So people have flipped. They've lost it. And I've picked out a couple of people's opinions that are floating around on the web. And I really just couldn't agree with these people more. It's just absolutely diabolically ridiculous. So someone said here, absolutely lost for words. She could release it tomorrow, but she'd still be the manipulative, narcissistic, money-grabbing, lying diva that she portrays. This book is not going to fool anybody. We've seen it all, Megxie. We've seen it all. So someone else went on to say, this is the couple who want nothing to do with the media, making a living using the media. They are the very definition of hypocrites, which is true. Someone else went on to say, Meghan, we have already seen with our own eyes the rudeness you displayed in your engagement interview, not letting Harry speak, along with the lies you told. Those examples are for starters and have nothing to do with the press, but with your own words and actions. Once again, you are throwing out the pity me card when you are holding a losing hand. Go away. Someone else said, and this was quite a sarcastic comment, which made me laugh. So they said, release it, Meghan. Fight for it. Right now, during a global pandemic, is the perfect time to make everyone feel sorry for you. We are all just waiting to hear how hard it has been for you. And that made me laugh. I mean, is she serious? Does she really think that anyone really cares right now? Someone said, I suspect the urgency is more about cash flow than anything else. And Meg seems to forget we have eyes and see what is going on. So a book isn't going to save her. And no, a book is not going to save you, Meghan. It's not going to save you. Someone else added a narcissistic comment. They said, every narcissist will play the victim after their actions have caught up with them. If I ignored the media stories about Meghan that she may or may not have shouted at Kate's staff. I can still see that she acted like a diva at Wimbledon, spent a fortune on clothes, has always tried to overshadow other people's events and grabbed her bump at every opportunity to steal the attention or to seek attention. She has done it to herself, but a narcissist will always try to blame other people and point the finger at everybody else. Isn't that true? Doesn't that summarize Megxie? She's trying to point the finger, she's trying to point the blame in a £20 book. It just doesn't make any sense. It definitely screams out pampered princess syndrome gone too far. It's unattractive. So the friend also carried on to say that I think Meghan wants people to feel sorry for her, or at least have compassion for her and all she's been through, which has been anything but a fairy tale. Well, flying around on a private plane with George and Mel Clooney sounds a bit closer to the fairy tale than what most people are ever going to get. I'm just saying, just pulling it out there. And then it carries on to say the book promises to go beyond the headlines to reveal unknown details of Harry and Meghan's life together, dispelling the many rumours and misconceptions that plague the couple on both sides of the pond. And that is true. People globally, I have a lot of people from America and Canada and all places in the world that watch this channel. And everyone's having this conversation about what they're really up to, what they're really like, how nice they really are, and the light's being shone on them. So they're trying to allegedly alleviate this bad perception that everyone has through this book. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're really going to struggle with proving this. And then something which was a nice touch by the Daily Mail, they added at the end of the article was, Beverly Ridge is an excellent place with a beautiful view. The neighbours are mostly old money and mega rich business types rather than the showbiz gossip people. And then it carries on to say, it goes without saying that the location is stunning, just one of the most beautiful and desirable areas in LA. And it looks beautiful, but now it kind of looks like a trailer park after what Meghan and Harry have done to it. But that's what they seem to do. They seem to get offered these free beautiful properties and then they kind of trash them. Maybe that sounds really hard for me to say that, but it's the truth. And then the friend also added in somewhere in this article, Meghan said people need to see her vulnerable side, something the book does in great detail. I think people only see her cash money hungry side right now. And I think selling a book for £20 to prove that you're a really nice person, it's just not going to wash. I don't believe this for a second. I think she really needs money. She wants this book out tomorrow because she wants it flying off the shelves. I think they do have pre-orders to the hilt, especially from people who really dislike them and people who love them. I think the sugars are buying this book, but I also think the people that can't stand them are buying this book because they want an explanation for why have you done this? Why did they step back from senior life? Why have they done all these strange things? It just doesn't make any sense. Everybody wants to know, why did they do it? And that's what it is with Meghan and Harry. Nothing really makes sense. And I think that we will still be left with questions afterwards. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Be back with another video. Bye, guys.